Hey everyone. So we're gonna have a little conversation today. We're gonna watch something together, talk about it a little bit, and then we're gonna play something. Not in this stream. We're gonna keep that separate. But what we're gonna do is we are going to watch this and talk about it because it's interesting. So here we go. I haven't finished watching this yet myself, so I started it. I was like, all right, we're gonna watch this. Here we go.
Women voting is not freedom, bro.
Funny and outrageous online.
Hey, quiet.
Oh,
Segregation is not oppression.
Oh, wow. Well, y'all are definitely ignorant. Definitely. Really.
all right.
Badly.
So we're off to a good
we
start.
bring back normalizing the word we need to shame again. We need to put them back in the closet. I miss those days when people wouldn't tell anyone that they're gay because it was not celebrated. Now it's like people are becoming gay because they want to be celebrated. They're weird, they're outcasts. They just want to feel like they can fit in and have a bunch of people support them for nothing. Like, if you're ugly in 2024, just become a and then, oh, boom, you're popular. Magically. It's become a trend.
This guy's just
Let's make it
laughing.
a trend to shame them again. Who's with me?
So here's what I'm wondering. Your daughter's gonna grow up. We'll
Okay.
also show in the intro the clip of, also joking, I'm sure, of your daughter being ready for a guy when she's 18. You know that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course. You really, this is gonna be out there. You really want your daughter seeing this?
Yes.
Just spewing hatred all
It's
over.
not spewing
It
hatred.
is.
It's not. I mean,
What is
We don't-
your fixation? Just, okay, other people can live their life. I thought that was what conservatives liked before.
Here's the thing, bro. Nobody was fixated on it until it got shoved down our throat. There's not a TV show we can watch without a homosexual. Like
That's
there's
not even
gays
true,
and
but-
what? Name a show.
It's not.
Name a
What-
show.
Like a new show that's come out and there's
I don't watch any new shows.
exactly.
I watch-
So you don't even know, dude. There are so many gays.
Okay.
But like, bro, if you're a Christian and you
Okay.
know that that's wrong,
Mm.
and you see them just normalizing this lifestyle, obviously, it's science 101, right? Like every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like there's going to be a reaction to the action
But-
of just shoving this down our
in Pride
throats.
Month, hello, it's everywhere. We get the gay.
So this guy's trying to use science for his little deduction here. Let me just start off. Let me just start off by saying, obviously, this is not good for people to to think that like putting gay people in a show or something like that is bad and that normalizing is bad. Like, that's not a good thing. The point of normalizing this is that these folks are missing is because the idea is that they did finally grow up in a world where it's normalized and they're tired of it. So that the point is they can't control that they're gay. What this guy here doesn't understand is that a lot of gay people really wish they weren't. And so like when that, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of pride out there, I'm sure. But like when this guy comes with his very ignorant scope of what it means to be gay, and just for every action there's an equal and opposite, like he's literally trying to use laws of physics to determine how he's gonna feel because there's gay people represented in TV shows. Now, the point is that kids need to normalize this so you don't bully the gay people at your school, and they grow up not like you. like this guy. This is the point. Before I continue, I'm going to tell you a story. A very good friend of mine from high school was unfortunately killed in a car accident by a drunk driver. And this poor guy, he was literally just in the back seat of a car. He wasn't even driving. He was fresh out of high school, his whole life ahead of him. He was on his way back from Florida when a drunk driver hit the car and he was killed. Life for him was already hard because he was bi. He would go to school. He was really white. He had super, super blue eyes. Yeah, he had blonde hair. He was like literally like, I'm talking whiter than me. I'm talking like, if there was people making fun of people for being super white and stuff like that, he was the one that they would obviously pick. And he was bi. And he was short. And he was nervous all the time. He had a lisp. You just knew. Imagine if you dealt with all of that. It's not something you chose. It just happens. And then, finally, you get over it. Because you're out of high school. You don't care anymore. Life's getting better. And then you're killed. Because somebody like this asshole got drunk one day. Because his life was too hard. This is the picture I want you to paint in your head. Because this is this is reality. That's a story that actually happened. And he was bi. He wasn't even like gay. He was bi. And he died back in 2004.
Gay flag everywhere. You see it in Target for the kids. And yes, what I said in that video is precisely true. Like, if you're like weird and ugly and you're like, oh, I'm transgender now, all of a sudden you have this whole community praising you for
and by the way, it wasn't hard for me to be a friend of his. I know it's hard for y'all to be friends with gay people and bis. Like, it's really, really difficult for you to put your big boy pants on and be around a gay person and admit for you to be friends with it. I know that's really tough for you guys to put your big boy pants on and prove that you've got some balls. But I just want you to know it was not difficult to be his friend. I found it very easy. And I was very happy and glad to be his friend. So just wanted to remind you all of that. Okay?
Was
unique.
the most looked down upon. There were still
So let's listen to this crazy couple again.
Wrong, and you see them just normalizing this lifestyle. Obviously, it's science 101, right? Like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Like, there's going to be a reaction to the action of just shoving this down our
in Pride
throats.
Month, hello, it's everywhere. We get the gay flag everywhere. You see it in Target for the kids. And yes, what I said in that video is precisely true. Like, if you're like weird and ugly and you're like, oh, I'm transgender now, all of a sudden you have this whole community praising you for just
like when
being
it was
unique.
the most looked down upon, there were still lots and lots of gay people. Clearly, it's not just a societal trend.
It is trending
It is.
upwards.
We
More
see it
pe-
in nature.
Oh my god, like penguins being gay or whatever.
Mhm. I'm just saying, clearly, even when it was the worst thing you could do societally,
Yeah.
still people were gay. So it's not like people are just doing it because
Worst thing you could do societally. What about like killing
Like-
people?
well, they would get killed for it. Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean,
I mean, still in countries where you
Abortion.
get killed for it, there are still gay people.
right?
Which, of course, debunks the idea that this is some.
Right, like he's like, this is the point that you have to realize, guys. Like, in the countries where they like have capital punishments for being gay and stuff, it doesn't suddenly mean that everybody there is just magically not gay. No, it just means now they have to hide it. Like are you? This is the point. Like, they don't choose it. This is what these folks really think is they don't rationalize it's not a choice. Look at him looking kind of off into the distance, almost like he's trying to come up with what to say. You shouldn't have to come up with what to say. You should just know how to feel on this subject. Okay? The whole point is that the normal and expected way to do things is man and woman, okay? Why? Because the majority of people throughout evolution and human history have done it that way. It's literally anything else that I have said is just comes down to bullying, and they're giving it another term. It's literally that. It's all it is. Oh, you have all these gay people in shows. So what? Oh, you can't enjoy the show? Well, that's a shame. It's like the assholes that were complaining about Colin Kaepernick and the NFL covering the fact that he was kneeling. Okay. You can just sort of choose not to be angry at stupid shit. Yeah, like, what the fuck does that have to do, anything to do with what you're doing, trying to watch some football? So what? Did you like, really give a shit about the national anthem and saluting it before? Probably not. Did you, like, do it at home or something? And now they're not, like, showing the men standing? Their hands are... Probably not. And even if that were true, that is a really weak fucking excuse. Who cares? It's their network. They're gonna film whatever the hell they want. Shut the hell up. Yeah, stop bitching and whining about shit that has nothing to do with you. And again, they were oppressed. The point was that you still weren't getting it. So they had to do that. And then you became angry about it even more just because they were filming them kneeling. You're literally proving how racist you are anytime you actually start to get angry at that. Hence the whole thing, end racism on the helmets. They're shoving it in your face to show you how racist you are, and you still continue to be this way, proving it. So the point is, everybody else around sees you for who you are. That's why. It's literally why they do that. And you fall for it. Stop being so racist. Just literally accept everybody. Regardless of skin color, regardless of if they like gay people, regardless of if they are gay. It doesn't matter. Why is this even a thing? Because, again, because the folks that vote for this type of person and seem to vote this way, again, there's no constructive way they do it. And if they disagree with me, what they do is literally just come in and insult or something like that. There's nothing credible. So again, like, that's why, because the way they think is literally just insult, 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 insult. Let's find something personal. Insult. All these people saying that Biden is super old and stuff like that. You know, Trump's not that far off. You know, Biden always looked old. He just always looked old. He always looked like... You have Biden in his 20s who had like a receding hairline and everything? You guys know that, right? In his 20s. Yeah, you don't pay attention to anything. This is the point, like... If they did, they would never vote this way. They wouldn't be so brainwashed because they'd be informed. They're just resulting to these archaic means of beat the chest, bully someone, and you know, look at her, so sure. Look at her with her chin up like this. It's sad.
I'm just saying clearly,
Sorry, I'll
even
shut
when it was the worst thing you could do societally, still people were gay. So it's not like people are just doing it because...
Worst thing you could do societally? What about, like, killing
Like-
people?
Well, they would get killed for it, yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean,
Still, in countries where you
Abortion.
get killed for it, there are still gay people.
right.
Which, of course, debunks the
Right,
idea that
yeah.
this is some
Right.
media-driven
Well,
phenomenon.
just because it happens in nature doesn't mean it's correct. We come
Right,
from
I'm
a Christian
saying-
point of view.
And you can have your views. My point is, though, our argument is that everyone can have their views and live their life, and then
Is that
just
what
sort
you
of
guys
live-
think? Because I'm
let
pretty sure
live.
cancel culture comes from the left. Like, the reason why I'm so, like, flagrant about this stuff and, like, aggressive about it online is because people are constantly like, you can't say that, cancel. Like, I remember I started...
Yet, everybody trying to cancel me and having a problem with everything I say are people that are obviously Trump voters, because every time I've talked about this subject, there's always some D-bag or a bunch of them literally just... They can't hold back. They just have to sit in here and literally insult, cause some sort of problem, try to cancel in some way. Like all the people that stormed the Capitol and tried to say that the election was rigged and shit like that. That's literally, you're canceling they're trying to cancel the election. Like, that's what they're trying to do. Like, oh, it's everybody. That's a societal problem. She even said it. She's talking about societal problems and she's saying, but it's a left thing. It's a left thing, but it's societal, but it's a left thing. Fucking stupid. Can we just call it already? Duh. Like, this guy seems like he might actually have some sense a little bit, but nope. Nothing over here. Oh, man. Right? Alright, sorry. Look at his face. I'm sorry, dude.
Our argument is that everyone can have their views and live their life, and then
Is that
just
what
sort
you
of
guys
live-
think? Because I'm
let
pretty sure
live.
cancel culture comes from the left. Like, the reason why I'm so, like,
Gosh.
flagrant about this stuff and, like, aggressive about it online is because people are constantly like, you can't say that, cancel. Like, I remember I started off on TikTok, and I always say the crazy rabid feminist on TikTok created the anti-feminist monster that I am today, because if I just said one thing, oh, women should be in the kitchen, oh my gosh, this internalized misogyny, they're freaking out, they're literally, did you see the feminists after Trump just won? They're literally screaming
But there it
at
is
people.
again. So much of your ideology, and I agree. If someone were stepping over and saying you have to live your life this way, you can't stay home if you want to. That would be strange. I would be against that. But your argument so often necessitates saying what other people should be doing, which we're not saying. We can say, you know, or we do believe that you can live the life however you want.
Other people should be doing it, yes, because there's good and there's evil.
Mm.
We know what good is, we know what evil is, and therefore
Are you
people
sure?
should be living good lifestyles.
Are you
They
sure you
should
know
be
what
living
evil is?
virtuous, moral lifestyles. And we as a society, we can pressure the other people within our society to be walking with good morals, with good...
No. See, here's where I completely disagree, okay? And I'm going to say why. I'm not going to, like, call him an idiot or anything, because he's calmly talking, he's saying this is what he believes. Very well spoken. I do think that. But he's wrong. And I'm going to say why. Basically, a lot of these folks are, again, the people that vote for Trump, for some reason they just want to listen to everything he says. And like, when you implicitly get behind anybody, doesn't matter who they are. I don't even agree with Biden on everything. Most things. Most. But like, to be reasonable, I'm not going to agree with him on everything. And that's okay. This is what you need to understand. So, what doesn't make any sense is why all these people that vote for Trump always back him up, never ever go, oh, okay, I can see why you think that, I'm still voting for Trump. Like, literally never. They never admit any type of defeat whatsoever with anything. So he doesn't know right and wrong. He doesn't, and again, these are the same people that when talking about Putin in Russia, they don't condemn those actions. They don't seem to understand that when the Ukraine joined NATO, that's when Russia randomly just started attacking Ukraine. That's it. That's all that happened. Unprovoked. And you guys understand that NATO is a peace operation. The idea is to make sure Europe isn't invaded. That's what it's for. So the Ukraine was joining it to help with that, to fork money over. And the point was that fucking, wasn't it the day of? Like, literally, when they joined NATO, Russia, unprovoked, randomly just started attacking. And even the military in Russia was confused. Even they started saying, the point is that they had no idea. Some of them actually, like, didn't like it and weren't even getting paid. And yeah, and like, were really mad about that. And like they rioted a little bit, but then obviously that stopped. The point is, none of them wanted this. They were just told attack. They didn't even know what to attack. They just told attack. And Russia was committing war crimes. They were bombing civilians, destroying shit randomly. They just started attacking the Ukraine. That's it. NATO literally just offered support. They said, look, we're not getting involved. We're going to aid you. We will give you weapons. Ukraine took care of the rest. Yeah. They've been holding their own, pushing them back. That's it. So the point is, Putin is terrible. Why the hell would you not condemn anybody that just, as the leader of a country, rigs his own elections? The one thing Trump supposedly hates. Putin has always rigged his own elections. Since forever. Look it up. They have an election process. He's still the president. Look it up. And then not only that, like, again, they're just randomly destroying a country to take it over. And remember, Putin's not backing down. He said that the territory he took, he still wants that. Even though they're pushing him back now. So, like, this is ridiculous. For anybody like this guy wearing this red hat, make America great again, where it says that, but he very obviously is for the opposite. He doesn't understand right and wrong. You would never support somebody that likes Putin so much, or somebody like that. And then he says something as simple as, we're going to end the war in a day. No, you can't. There is no possible way. I promise you, no general, no person with infinite knowledge will end a war in a day. The only way they do that is drop a nuke, which doesn't end the war, starts a bigger one, or walks away completely, which is what Biden did in Afghanistan that Trump said was so terrible. So stop sitting here and saying that anything that he does about ending it in a day makes any fucking sense whatsoever. You don't end it in a day. It is what it is right now. It's a war. Donald Trump and his infinite knowledge that you think he has isn't gonna suddenly wave a fucking magic wand and go, war's over! Literally, this is the point. He wants you to think it's all a pretty package, so you vote for him. He's confusing you. Nothing he ever says is stuff he can actually do. Pretty sure I heard an announcement of him trying to become a dictator of this country, too. Pretty sure I heard that in a live thing. This is the thing you didn't want. Remember what Putin is. Okay, that's what Trump's trying to be. We need to have a democratic process where we elect presidents. He should not be, nobody has ever, and should ever, be president more than twice. Okay? That's it. They serve 2 terms. We need to have that process. Everybody needs to concede. Not this random dude out of fucking nowhere that's very obviously bad news around every corner and you make every fucking excuse for it. Stop it. It's very obviously everything completely backwards. If you literally just start admitting you're wrong, things start making sense. That's the thing that you don't realize with Trump. If you start admitting you're wrong, things start making sense. Oh, he didn't help the economy? Oh, right. Okay, that actually kind of makes sense as to why the economy feels like it's so bad right now. Still, even in the Biden White House, because it takes time for to get better if he's actually doing things. So the point is, it would have been better by now, and it's not. The tax plan that he put into place is what's hurting you. So if you know things, you'd know that. Just like you'd know that Biden's drilling for oil on U.S. soil, and this is what you think Trump did, this is what you wanted the Republicans to do, yet Biden did it. You're not paying attention. So, like, again, the fact that this guy knows right and wrong, no.
Virtues.
And that's, I guess, what I find crazy is that you think this sort of content is pushing people in that direction.
Like pushing people to live more.
You think
it's emboldening
playing
other
into
people.
the caricature that the only reason you have the views you have is because you're obsessed with like this hate-filled fixation with other people's lifestyles. That's what you play into.
I just want to clarify, this isn't hate-filled. I'm not like fuming behind my phone like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that there's gay people in this world. I think it's funny. I think it's funny. It's very lighthearted. And I personally don't care about moving people to what I think. Like, I'm a woman online. I think many women, especially in conservative politics, I call them the conservative feminists. They think that they're going to go make the change and, oh my gosh, I'm so great and I'm going to be the next president one day, which I've literally heard a certain conservative feminist say. I don't take myself seriously.
Well, then why are you justifying the rhetoric by saying we could create a society that pressures people into your framework? When I'm saying,
good point,
you could have the views that you have and people could choose to associate or not associate with you because of them. But to go out and purposefully do what a lot of other people, if you're saying you don't believe it, most people perceive what we're going through in this show as hateful rhetoric,
right?
And your justification is because it could impact people, which is crazy because it's only going to push people further away. I've heard people who are Christians who have pretty traditional Christian views, but come at it from a place of compassion and empathy.
Right.
And
as you should.
Their views,
and it's respectful,
and it actually could move people.
Yeah,
I agree.
Whereas, I'm not debunking your point, but you're basically saying, hey, stop being so vile and hateful.
I'm asking why you're doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's because you are not you, but let's just say leftists, they don't like this, and they want to put us in the closet. And they want to say, you go in the closet, you be shamed, you don't get on social media and say, that is the F slur, you don't say these words, you don't act this way, you go back in the closet for being a hateful bigot.
And you'll get fired from your job, we'll dig up your old tweets, and we will do everything to take down your entire livelihood.
Okay.
So,
what the hell?
Isabella O'Reilly, this individual, is an ambassador to Turning Point USA.
No, she's not.
No, I'm not.
Has apparently been seen at Kerry Lake fundraisers, taking photos with top staffers or whatever. This is an influencer who's been allowed into organizations. And to be very clear, while I
3
think
years
that
ago.
tweet by itself is pretty bad, it's not the only time they've drawn people's
Oh, here we
attention.
go.
Take a look at this
Compilation.
montage.
Oh boy.
If you have stage 4 cancer, there's a reason why no man wants you. Because he wants to put your hair.
I feel like to young women,
Damn,
unironically,
that's
they
a
need to
brutal
find a
one.
man that's
I have a lot to say on that one.
very misogynistic.
I think Malcolm X is based. I'm Malcolm X.
Cool guy, yeah.
I would
What
say
the
he's based if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking
Fuck.
It's a
I'm a
joke.
10, and then a 10 racist right here.
No, whoa, no, no. Of course, he was based. They were slaves. Fucking moron. And then she proceeds to go, it was a joke. And then doesn't get it. All right. Let me just put it to you in a different way. Everybody has their tipping point anymore, okay? We are facing, the world is facing the largest mental health epidemic it has ever seen. An unprecedented mental health epidemic. So, when everybody's mental health, even Putin, the point is this guy just really wants more fucking land. Yeah, like he can't take the fact that he has physically more landmass than anybody else on the entire fucking planet, and he needs more land. That's a mental health problem. Yeah, you should seek a therapist, dude, instead of starting a fucking war. This is the point. So, the point is, everybody has their tipping point that triggers that sort of anxiety where they maybe can't come out of it or whatever it is. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows everybody has anxiety of some form these days. Everybody. It's literally like we're on the brink of World War III. Of course you do. Donald Trump is going to be president again. Of course you do. Of course. So, the point is, everybody has their tipping point. For some people, it was really they were actually treated racist. Maybe hurt physically or whatever because somebody was racist toward them. And this bitch doesn't get it. That's the point. That's the point. This bitch doesn't get it. The point is everybody was super nice to her whole fucking life. So of course Malcolm X was based. Moron. Malcolm X was based. God. Anyway. The point is, you all have it. Every single one of you. I'm saying you guys that vote for Trump. You have it too. You know what it is with you? It's Trump. And I'll tell you why. You're not going to want to hear it. I've already told you a million times. It's your desperation. Something about your life isn't going right. And you need, you think he's going to take care of it. So he plays on that desperation, and he has brainwashed you. That's it. Because again, there's literally zero logical reason. And case in point, this is it. Every single person with Trump, like, you can't handle it. If I'm sitting in here and I'm talking about it and you're watching, you can't just tune out. You have to fucking say something. Again, there's some of the people that I've seen, and it's nonsensical too. That's the point. They're getting so angry about this half the time when people are like this, yet literally, like, completely nonsensical. Zero. And it would make sense if the point is you would get angry at the fact that, again, you have won the debate a million times against this guy and people still vote for the other side. Like, that's the point. That makes sense why you get angry, because again, that's reasonable. Yeah, like when you reason with somebody and you prove something over 100 times, maybe thousands of times, and somebody's still pressing the subject, like actually saying alternative facts, as if there's an alternative to a fucking fact. Yeah, I can understand getting angry about that, because, yeah, they're just fucking wrong. So anyway, the point is with them, and this guy actually came in here to prove it. Bradley Donahoe, since that's his real name, came in here to prove it. The point was he proved that he did actually have to say something. He just had to. So the point is he was upset. He very clearly, I pushed those buttons and proved it with my speech here, and yeah. He came in to prove it. He literally chatted. He couldn't just watch. And somebody else is proving it too, because my bitrate just randomly started shifting around. So this is the point, guys. From every direction, they're actually proving I'm right. Like, as soon as I said that just now about that, proving it, my bitrate literally just, it was totally fine. No lie, it was totally fine, just, and then immediately just... So, like, the point is, so many times these people, and that's your case in point proof, it is literally just people that like Trump this much that they're actually trying to stop free speech. They're trying to halt my First Amendment right. That's the point. They're the ones claiming that it's under attack and it's the masks, yet they're the ones actually trying to silence you and shift the bitrate around and end the stream just because I'm talking bad about him instead of having anything constructive to say. So that's the point, because they know they don't. Yeah, they know they don't. They flat out know he's bad for the country. That's the point. These people, I think, know too. Well, she does. I don't know that he does. I think maybe he just doesn't know. I think she does. There's a certain type that just knows and wants it to be chaos, is racist, doesn't like people like that just because. Yeah, because she is racist, yeah. And that's a problem. That's why you put a black guy in the movie. That's why you put a gay guy in the movie. That's why you put a lesbian in the movie. That's literally why you do these things, and these folks don't understand it. Gee, I wonder why. Yeah, because when they were growing up, she had Barbie dolls that were all white. And mommy took her to an all-white school and took her to get her nails done when she was like 7 or something like that. You know, like obviously that's ridiculous. But like the point is, like, just the most absurd things that you can think of. That's the point. They've looked at life like this for X amount of time and just they haven't ever seen it the other way and don't understand it, and it's a generational problem. They were never taught it. So that's it. At no point did I say half the country is racist. I said these people. I was pointing at them. Excuse you. Actually, no, excuse you. Are you trying to say I don't have family or friends that vote for Trump? I literally live in Pennsylvania. Excuse you. Yeah, don't fucking sit in here and tell me that I was saying that. I wasn't saying that. I was saying these people. People like this. No, you're saying that now. Because again, I got friends, I got family, they voted for Trump too. Some of them. I'm not saying that about them. I'm saying that about the fucking idiots that are like that. It's always something. Well, some of them don't like women. So like all the ones that are like lock her up Hillary and stuff like that, there's absolutely zero reason. They're just using it because they don't like women and they don't want women in charge. Because again, the debate topic of versus Hillary, you lose every single time. Because again, she was grilled, investigated, nothing was found. She was totally fine. He literally just lost every single debate because all he ever did is talk over her, talk louder than her, never talk about a single debate topic constructively. None of it. Just joined, and I feel like a lot of people are suggesting that, just making sure that you aren't. Why are you making sure that I'm not? You don't need to make sure that I'm not. No, see, this is the point. You're literally proving... The point is you came in to say something because you couldn't not say something. I have hit the nail on the head, guys. This is the point. You're not even kind of seeing it. So again, you don't need to make sure of anything. You could have just kept watching. Okay, so the point is, I never said that. And like, that's completely ridiculous. And the point is, anybody that would, you should have immediately tuned out. So, no. A lot of people are suggesting this and that and the other thing too, but what we're suggesting makes a lot more sense, and I'll be honest with you, I have seen plenty of blatantly racist Trump voters wearing extremely racist Trump shirts. And anybody that wants a wall... Okay, so since you're typing misinformation in my chat, I'm going to block you. Yeah, you're just typing misinformation in my chat, so I'm gonna block you. You're just typing misinformation in my chat. I love it when people just randomly blame a Democrat for something. Yeah, like he literally just picked some random thing. Oh, these people died in a country, and it's Hillary's fault. Fucking stupid. This is the point. This is literally the point. That's how fucking dumb this guy is. And the point is, he won't research it, he won't look it up, he'll just blame Hillary Clinton. Can I be honest with you? There's a lot of people that died under Trump's watch too. Do you single-handedly blame Trump for every single fucking person that did? Do you do that with Trump? Because I got news for you. There's going to be a fuckload more when he's starting World War III here soon. You better shut your mouth while you're ahead. Yeah. Because there's plenty of times that Donald Trump, people died under his watch too, so just stop. And I got news for you. Hillary was Secretary of State. Donald Trump didn't serve the country at all before running for office. He literally just bitched via tweet. You know, the Democrats... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. You're out of here. This guy named 9mm Throat Punch came in here to tell me that the Democrats started the KKK. Yeah. That's what he came in here to tell me. So, Bush started 2 illegal wars. I agree with that. Both Obama and Trump continued these wars. Obama actually tried to ramp it down. Trump continued it and tried to ramp it down too, which I actually liked. And they are all to blame. No, you don't just leave. See, this is the point. These people don't understand foreign policy. I completely disagree with that. I mean, yes, I agree with you. Bush, this is why I started paying attention. Bush, we had a surplus. We had a surplus. Okay, I'm just going to put you in a timeout. Keep silencing opinions you disagree with. No, I'm literally silencing people. No, actually, you know what? No, you're blocked. I'm actually silencing people that are just typing misinformation, so shut the fuck up and get out of my chat. I'm not silencing Rip 2 because he actually isn't that wrong or anything. I just disagree with him here. Bush started 2 illegal wars. Yeah, so the Iraq war, I'm glad you mentioned that. This is what forced me to pay attention and why I started paying attention. I actually liked Bush, and then he ran, like, again, we had a surplus of $2.5 trillion from Clinton. Clinton balanced the budget. Then Bush randomly just decided to destroy Iraq because he lied and said that we believe they have WMDs. They didn't. They pretty much had intel that they didn't too, and they lied. So then we had a deficit after that. That was a deficit of $3.5 trillion after the Iraq war, and it continued. And every president after that has not balanced the budget and has continued to add to it. So yes, I agree with you, but here's what people don't realize and don't understand. I looked specifically at the executive orders Trump signed when he got into office. He signed some executive orders that specifically got rid of several organizations, and I'm not making this up. Actually, if you look at it, all you have to do is read the name of the organization, and it was so obvious that he did it because it had Obama's name on it. All you have to do is read the name of the organization that he dismantled, he defunded basically, via the executive order. And it was said like Obama stimulus, economic stimulus administration or something like that. And there was like several of them. And he defunded these things first day because they said Obama on them. So, I want to remind you of the guy that you voted that just gets rid of shit that Obama did that would have helped you just because Obama did it. And remind you that the guy held back your stimulus checks for like basically a week so that he could sign his name on it to brainwash you into thinking that he gave you money. No, the Congress passed that and gave you money. Okay? Yeah. So him holding it back, he actually prevented you from getting it sooner when you needed it during COVID and all that. So remember these things. This is the point. There's all sorts of little things that people ignore, and then they say things kind of like, oh, he did this, and I'm just like, no, he didn't. I seem to remember that he did this instead. And then I look it up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I'm right. So anyway, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I know we didn't even really hardly get into this.
To young women,
Damn,
unironically,
that's
they
a
need to
brutal
find
one.
a man that's
I have a lot to say on that one.
very misogynistic.
You watched this?
Malcolm X is based.
Did you watch this, Mr. Pineapple? I like him. He's actually really smart. What I think folks need to get over a little bit is their own pride of kind of admitting to their friends and family that they don't like him anymore. What you guys need to realize is that the sooner you get Trump out of office and behind you, the sooner you can stop doing this charade. We all know that you're just kind of doing it because you can't admit to your friends and family, yada yada. Stop, please. It's more important than that at this point. The guy's probably going to pull out of NATO and cause all kinds of problems for our trade and our country, and things are going to get more expensive. He caused your trade war. Trump caused your trade war. That's why shit's so expensive. You think stuff's expensive because of Biden? Are you kidding me? Stop just blaming Democrats for everything implicitly. It makes no sense to do that. Yeah, those two guests are ridiculous. Yeah, we're watching it. Basically, this couple here is sort of what I see with the Trump voters. Not everybody's a racist, but like, there's always something. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, there's always like that one thing with them. So like the one lady, she was convinced that Democrats control hurricanes. And I'm like, okay, that's like, are you kidding me? Like, and then nope, she was like, yeah, they make them worse in the red states. They need to stop, and we need to elect Trump so they don't. I was like, really? And she really believed that. So like, that's just what it is for that lady. The point is, it's some sort of anxiety or active, like essentially they feel this. It's a mental health epidemic globally. These folks are the most desperate. They have the most to lose or something like that. And instead of rationally looking at it, it affects their brain and their decision making. That's it. And all these people actually have depression. And then Donald Trump just plays on it. He knows these things. He had people briefing him of this when he was in office. He learned of this, got better at playing on it. Fuck do you think Putin does? Putin's ex-KGB. You guys really don't get it. That's why you shouldn't take that vote if you don't get it. I'm sorry, but it's not an insult to your intelligence in general. It's more just you're fucking stupid when it comes to this stuff. That's it. Please just admit that. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to a lot of things. Yeah, there's a lot of things I know a little bit about. This isn't one of them. Increased transparency in government would help, considering how much a president has to do in such a short time. See, here's what I see. I see transparency on Biden. When Trump's in office, he hires people to lie. Everybody lies for him, and if they don't, they're fired. Sean Spicer was fired because he didn't want to lie anymore. The Biden White House has, like, the general briefing us on the Ukraine war. Trump didn't do that shit. He actually told the generals to stop briefing you. And he would hire White House spokespeople that would just lie. And the point was, if they didn't lie, they would be fired. They needed to play ball. They needed to be a team player. This is the point. I agree with you, but I don't see the transparency at all with Trump. It's complete opposite. Anything Trump says, you better believe it's polar opposite of whatever he says. He's completely lying to you. He wants you to think it's all peaches and cream. It ain't. Make America great again? Yeah, because he fucked it up. I promise. And the point is, out of the Biden White House, out of Obama, out of all these Democrats, they always saw transparency. That's why I know Clinton balanced the budget. Do you know what Trump did in office? Look at this guy, Eric Basham, you're a moron. He just says that. Get the fuck out of here. So this is the point. They have nothing credible. We're literally talking about how Clinton balanced the budget. We're talking about like real numbers here. We're talking about like actual like facts here. We're talking about how literally Trump started a trade war, all this shit, and everybody's just like, you're a moron. Intelligent man. Get help. Time to end your delusions. This is bizarrely incompetent. So again, nothing to say to back up Trump in anything credible. Just insulting. This is the point. And Rip too. Props to you for coming in here and having the balls to actually. because you actually had a valid argument, at least a little bit. But that's the props to you for stating it, because these other morons just come in here and insult you and don't even want to fucking talk. It's hard to go into a stream where like somebody's talking about the other side. Like obviously you don't want to. And now my bitrate, as soon as I said that, my bitrate. So they're doing that on purpose. Yeah, so this is oh yeah, they can't do that either. Yeah, flat out my bitrate's just they can't do that. Yeah. Yep. So that's the point. This is what always happens anytime we talk a Trump. I never see it with any other politics. If I sat here and I talked bad about Biden or Democrats, I guarantee you that shit wouldn't move. Guarantee you it would be solid the whole time. It's Trump. It's literally Russia. It's literally what it is. Yeah, it's the fact that Russia actually pulls strings. We need to have a real conversation with the other side. We need to have an open mind. I love Republicans and I love the Republican Party. I don't like many that are left. John McCain was one of the last Republicans I liked. Yeah, okay. John McCain was one of the last Republicans I liked. And case in point, if you know what John McCain did, he saved all your lives. And Trump was the one that insulted him. He was literally a war prisoner. Yeah, he's literally a war prisoner. And Trump insulted him. Yeah. So, John McCain is a hero in so many ways. And the crazy thing is, he had one more heroic act to do. And he saved all of you. And you don't even know it, and you don't even give him credit. And he was a Republican. He's very well respected. When the Republicans tried to overturn the Affordable Care Act, which would have taken away pre-existing conditions, it would have taken that away. Which means the insurance company can find a way to not cover a life-saving procedure again. You really think that that doesn't happen? Oh, well, trust me, it did a lot. They would actually hire people to do that. To investigate ways to not cover you for things. Trust me, you don't want that again. The Republicans, along with Trump, yeah, they had his support. The Republicans tried to overturn the Affordable Care Act and gut it. John McCain single-handedly, literally flew from his brain tumor surgery. From his brain tumor surgery to vote no. He's a fucking hero. No. Because of John McCain's vote, the Affordable Care Act is still in place, and you still have every right to be covered. They can't sit there and say, oh, the pre-existing this and that, we won't cover it. Nope. Can't do it. And because of John McCain, because of Obama, you guys still have it. And remember, Obama's the one that passed it in the first place. He actually, bipartisan, worked with Republicans and Democrats to make that bill and to pass it. We needed universal health care. Okay, we still need it. It still needs to be better. But don't gut it. And stop pretending like the Republicans don't want to do that. That's exactly what they tried to do. We're going to literally just replace it with the same thing. Except gutted. It's literally what they tried to do. McCain actually flew from his brain tumor removal surgery to vote no. The point is, that's fucking nuts. It probably shortened his life doing something like that. Respect. So let's go watch this unintelligible couple talk about this great businessman that's gonna make our country great again.
Drawn people's
Oh,
attention.
here we go.
Take a
Compilation.
look at this montage.
If you have stage 4 cancer, there's a reason why no man wants you. Because he wants to put your hair.
I feel like to young women,
Damn,
unironically,
that's
they
a
need to
brutal
find a
one.
man that's
I have a lot to say on that one.
very misogynistic.
I think Malcolm X is based. I'm Malcolm X.
Cool
Bill.
guy, yeah.
I would say he's based if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking of getting a job.
It's a
I'm a
joke.
10 out of 10 racist right here. My husband's texting me, and he said that he wanted me to tell you that
I'm sorry, I just wanted to replay that part again.
he's if he wasn't black.
Hey, speaking of getting a job.
It's a
I'm a
joke.
10 out of 10 racist right here. My husband's texting me, and he said that
I could see
he wanted
that.
me to tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point about the cancer.
So in her defense, I'm pretty sure she is a 10 out of 10 racist, but in her defense, I think she's talking about
Joke.
10.
this person. Oh no, it says from 1 out of 10. See, I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. I even tried to give her the benefit of the doubt. Nope, it says how racist are you from 1 to 10. Nope.
Out of 10 racist right here.
She's
My
answering.
husband's texting me, and he said that he wanted me to tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
What the f...
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point about the cancer comment, which was a complete joke, and a lot of people got mad at me about this. It was in response to Dixie D'Amelio like shaving her head, and I just want to say I was vindicated because after this election, all the feminists now shaved their head bald because they don't want men to find them attractive. So they actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients
Yes, and
came
now
out
that
and they
now
were like
people
offended.
now women
Look at his face when she says that. Look at Luke's face. Look.
find them attractive. So they actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients
Yes,
came
and
out
now
and they
that
were like
people-
offended.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Let's watch again. Watch his eyes.
find them attractive. So they actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients
Yes, and
came
now
out
that
and they were
now
like
people,
offended.
now women with alopecia and who have cancer are like, I'm not part of this movement. Like,
Dude rolled his eyes. No lie. Hardcore rolled his eye. I thought that was great. Look at her face right now. I'm just gonna leave it like that for a second, cause yeah. Did she just single-handedly make fun of cancer patients? Admit she's a 10 out of 10 racist. I mean, what else is there? Like, literally, like, oh, right, something about how, like, somebody's daughter was gonna be ready for like, what? And again, this is what I see. Again, it's not always this crazy. I'm not saying, like, everybody that votes for Trump, but I'm just saying I have seen a good bit of this. And I've seen, like, maybe one or two, like, all right, Rip Toot, I understand that you're saying it's not all like that, and I get it. But out of the people that I've seen elsewhere, like, I've seen a lot of people come up like this, and I've seen a handful like yourself that seem to kind of know things, but it's very obvious that when I actually talk to somebody that's reasonable and has half a brain and is reasonably intelligent like yourself, they're misinformed. Something about the way they look up their information and the way they receive it isn't all of it. And that's it. It's literally, or, you know, like the 1 out of 10, that one person's just fucking nuts and they don't know how to discern right from wrong. That's these people. Yeah, like, even the crazies that have, like, one crazy reason, they're racist, they're sexist, whatever, it's usually just the one, right? These folks, it's, like, all of it. Yeah, they're like the one out of the bunch where they're just fucking nuts.
You guys are crazy and entitled. I was making a joke that these crazy feminists just proved.
No, for sure. No, for sure. No. 100%, man. Because I have to reason with them too. All right, so I have problems. It goes the other way. Absolutely. All right, so here case in point. Here's the stereotypes, okay? And I've seen this. The guys swerving around behind me, getting close, tailgating, pressuring me to drive faster, big ass trucks. They're the Trump voters. Let's be honest, okay? But the ones in front of you, not me, I really don't do this, but the ones in front of you, and the reason why you do this to me is because you get ones in front of you that brake check you. That's not right either. Two wrongs don't make a right. Both are wrong. Yeah. If somebody behind you is pissing you off this much, pull the fuck over. Don't get pissed. Yeah, like, don't actually get pissed. You want to yell and that helps, fine. But don't actually let it affect what you do. Because you brake checking, they could run into you. Like, brake checking's not a good, like, no. That's wrong too. So, again, I see it on both sides. And that's usually, like, my analogy, because that's the most obvious one that I see, where, yeah, flat out, I've seen that. The person brake checking the giant truck that just passed me, because he saw him pass me. No lie, this actually happened, a real scenario. And the car in front of the truck, I could see it, had a million bumper stickers on it. One said Biden, the other one said Obama, had all these fucking bumper stickers on it. And it was like a rainbow and stuff like that. And yeah, he was brake checking them. He was driving super fucking slow, being an ass. So yeah, I get it. I do. I see both sides. I really do. I really, really do. My point is, why the fuck do people act like that? Like, why do you forgo your ethics? Yeah, I mean, so the point is, I think that is affecting them in a negative way. I think they look at it like that. They're thinking to themselves, fucking liberal, brake checking me, blah, 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 blah. They're looking at it like that, instead of looking at it for how it should be looked at. That's all.
My point. Shout out to these rabid feminists.
Screaming about someone not being appealing when they have cancer is very different than your thoughts about a feminist thing.
It was
yeah. Let's hear it again. Hold on. I'm sorry.
To tell you that we will have our daughter ready for you as a virgin.
It's clearly a joke. I just want to make one point about the cancer comment, which was a complete joke, and a lot of people got mad at me about this. It was in response to Dixie D'Amelio like shaving her head, and I just want to say I was vindicated because after this election, all the feminists now shaved their head bald because they don't want men to find them attractive. So they actually proved my point.
And then what happened? Like the cancer patients came out and they were like offended.
Now women with alopecia and who have cancer are like, I'm not part of this movement. Like, you guys are crazy and entitled. I was making a joke that these crazy feminists just proved my point. Shout out to these rabid feminists.
So just so that we're clear, what she's saying is she actually feels like she does feel this way, and not only that, she knows 100% that she's right because she feels vindicated by it. Like, that's the point. That's what she's saying. 100% she's in the right. There's nothing that's going to change her mind because she has her proof in her mind now. That's what she's saying. I just wanted to paint that picture for you guys.
Screaming about someone not being appealing when they
look at his face. Can I just be honest? I feel like a lot of this Trump thing is actually her. Because let me be honest. Can we just be 100% about this? Look at the two of them. I'm not trying to be mean. Just look at them. Physically. Okay. Physically. I'm not saying personality. I'm just saying physically. Can she do better? Okay? So what I'm saying is, like, is this to impress her? Is this to impress his family? He doesn't look like he feels like he looks often like he is just completely going along with this, sort of just kind of sitting there, wanting it to be over soon. I feel like there's a lot of people that do this. They actually might not even really agree with it. They go along with it because the people in their lives are so crazy with it that if they disagree, they would cut them out completely. And I think that's what this is. So he gets a hat, supports her 100%. Maybe makes daddy happy on the same token. I don't know. I this is just what I see. It's interesting you mentioned that, about the whole, you said, I always wonder how much the algorithms feed into people, only seeing one extreme or the other. The interesting thing about that you can extrapolate is, and folks don't realize this, they don't look at it this way anyway. Did you know that there's a service that actually will stop a person like this, and you can pay for it? It will stop your browser from showing you anything that is like mainstream media. Did you know that? And did you know the reason why mainstream media is because if they misreport things, they get lawsuits. Yeah. Do you know why? It's because your paid representatives that you vote for do this for you so that you aren't misinformed. And you think the Democrats do nothing. Oh, God.
cancer is very different than your thoughts about a feminist thing.
It was
Dude,
a
that was
joke.
that's like 4 seconds of the entire video.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah,
and
it's a
you
joke.
notice
I've
too.
watched your full video. The context doesn't help.
Okay, first of all, that's like that video of her. That's from like 2.5 years ago.
Okay. All right. Cool. So then
Like
you
she's
back.
adapting a little bit, changing a little bit more.
I've definitely become more like empathetic towards people ever since having my daughter. But now it's been a year since she's been born, and I'm back to being a apparently.
But
No,
see,
I would say
I could
you've
see that.
adapted and you've learned and you've changed a lot and become way more empathetic and understanding. Totally.
just
Um,
radically, from what I can tell.
Yeah.
It's just
I also have
really
dark humor,
Well,
though.
we're not
Be
saying that
empathetic.
she's radically empathetic. We're saying that she's taking steps more towards empathy than
This dude is just like, lady, bend over so I can kiss your ass more. What do you mean, what determines misinformation? Are you kidding me? You're joking, right? Alright, here's how it works. Here's how it works. You and I are gonna start a news outlet. Alright? We're gonna hire a bunch of journalists. We're gonna report the news. We're gonna show up. We're gonna interview people. We're gonna report it. We're not gonna bullshit. Alright? You and me, alright? We're gonna do this. We're gonna put some money into it. Yada yada yada, alright? Follow me. 2 years in, alright? We're 2 years in. Let's say we built this empire. We're fucking Rip Sifu. I don't know, whatever. And that's our news, whatever. And so we're delivering the news. You and I know that we're there. You and I know that our journalists were there. We've interviewed them. We can speak for them. You know, they record the stuff that they're there recording. We've sent them on their way. They're paid to do a job, so they come and they report. They give us the footage. We look at it. We go, great, we'll report it. That's it. And so we report it. We know it's factual because, again, all we did was fucking hire people to go do it. It's not some giant fucking conspiracy where we went, all right, let's go ahead and start the Illuminati now. All right, let's go ahead and pretend like we interviewed people so we confuse them some more. No, there's not. What do you think happens? This is the point. Like, this is what people do in their brains. They've been lied to by misinformation too many times that like they want to believe Trump. They want to let him be at least a little right. Stop. It's not. It's really not. CNN isn't making a habit of misreporting. MSNBC is not making a habit of misreporting. Every once in a while, they get something wrong. And trust me, they know about it. Fucking trust me. Fox News was sued for misreporting big time. They don't want to do that too much. So they start making programs now instead of having so much news, where they call it news and they have somebody actually reporting. They don't do that as much anymore. Notice how Fox News doesn't have an anchor holding a microphone as much anymore. Yeah, they do interviews now. That's different. That's journalism. Okay? So, there's a much bigger difference between you watching a little program of a journalist saying how he feels about something, and then CNN going, well, today somebody shot at the president. Look up the facts. The facts aren't wrong. Like, this is the point. We live in a country where there is freedom of the press, but there's also a little thing where if information gets out there, trust me, that's the point. You have Freedom of Information Act too. That's what you don't want gone. The Freedom of Information Act ensures that you will always be able to have access to the facts. That's on you to be educated enough to look it up and go, oh, it's a .org or it's a government site that's reporting it. It's a fucking fact. Oh, I can accept this. It's called the Freedom of Information Act. And you have a right to it. Stop electing people like Trump because he's trying to take shit away like that. He doesn't want you to have freedom of information so he can keep fucking saying, oh, fake news, I didn't say that. And yeah, he will control the media if he gets rid of that. That's the point. Because you always know, you can always find the fact somewhere. You can always rely on this source, this source, this source, this source. I promise you. That goes away. Suddenly, the Associated Press is gone. Suddenly, CNN is gone. Suddenly, MSNBC is gone. All these things are suddenly going to disappear overnight. A fact is not an interpretation, though. See, this is the point. See, now you're mincing words. This is the point. The point is you're not understanding. There is a massive difference between reporting facts and sitting here as a journalist having an interpretation like you just said. Shouldn't watch things. Read them. If anything. You know what you should trust? Some of these actual fact checkers. Because it's just like what I said. They are actually an organization where that's the point. That's their job. They do this. They really research this stuff to try to figure out if it actually is fact. They want to know too. That's what they're there for. Look where the money comes from. All you have to do is with stuff like that, look where the money comes from. Who's funding it? That's why you trust that .gov or that .org or something like that sometimes. But again, sometimes that's not. You know, like when Trump was in office, he had a bunch of fucking lies on the White House website. But I've almost never seen any other administration do that, even the Republicans. Trump was like the only one to just blatantly lie the entire time he was in office. Like, even the Republican presidents, they really wouldn't just stand there and lie to you nonstop. Trump, yeah. Well, right, yeah. Well, right, and that's the problem. The problem is that people sit there and endlessly watch, like, Fox News, and it's called Fox News. But the point is, like, it's not news. They're just sitting there having their opinions on things. So, like, all right, for example, Trump changed everything. I'm gonna just tell you something, okay? I'm gonna just, like, lay it down. Here's how it is, okay? Here's how you do it. And this is how I do it. Remember what I always said about, like, the debates and stuff like that? Before Trump, we had actual debates. The presidents, president-to-be, would stand there and debate. And just go back and forth and talk topics. When Trump came along, all of a sudden, everything changed. He started talking out of turn. He started, literally just not even saying anything that he planned to do. He literally didn't have a single policy that he would talk about. he would literally just stand there and insult the Democrat. And often talk over her. And, well, I mean, case in point, when he finally went against Biden, Biden's like, oh, will you shut up, man? Because that's the point, like, he literally wouldn't shut the fuck up. Let the other guy talk for once. Yeah, you remember how awkward it was when he was standing there with Zelensky? He was supposed to be there to let Zelensky, it's like so obvious he had trouble not just shutting up the entire time Zelensky was talking. It was so awkward to see him stand there like that because he just couldn't do it. So the point is, here's how you do it. Before Trump, we had real debates, okay? So here's how you do it. If the person moderating the debate says, what would you do about this? Did they tell us sort of what they were going to do? Even sort of. Even sort of. Did they answer the question? Or did they not? Did they go, oh, well, you know, what are you going to do about low-income housing and stuff like that? You know, or did they say, oh, well, you know, we actually do have a plan to work with, you know, some of the governors and stuff like that on getting, you know, some specific funding in their areas and stuff like that. We just really want to leave it up to the states, but we want to help them manage it too. So that way we can put a representative there with them and help them figure out a way to actually manage that. So that way we can get more housing and stuff like that, and make things more affordable. Like, essentially just talk about the subject and what you plan to do. That's an answer. Okay? Now, here's what I want to remind you. Did they answer it? Okay? Now, if the person on the news report says to you, yes, they answered the question, that's them reporting that they answered the question. Now, as they start to talk about it, anything else after that, unless they specifically quote what they said, is a misreport. Or not misreport, just their opinion. It's propaganda. It's what they believe. They continued to talk about it. They're not quoting them. They're just talking about it. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying? The fact thereof, both candidates answered the question. That's a fact. That's a report. If they continue to talk about it, well, their answers were a bit spotty, short. That's their opinion. Unless they're quoting. That's a fact. So all you gotta do. It's that simple. Now, remember what Trump did that caused all of the madness. Here's what he did. He never answers a single fucking question. And if he says something stupid, oh, I never said that. That's fake news. So therefore, you can never report anything he does. Nothing's reported. There's no fact whatsoever to talk about. Because he's done nothing. He just blames shit on people. So the point is, every time he's presented with a question in a debate, why does he just start talking about how the Democrats doing this terrible thing? Why don't you answer the fucking question? So we can report the fact of what you plan to do so that people can know how to vote for you. Well, I got news for you. He doesn't plan to do anything. There's no plan. That's the point. Otherwise, he'd talk about it. So, that's how I do it. And that's how you should do it. The point is, the report is based on, again, the fact, oh, both candidates did answer the question. They gave answers. And remember, if they quote the answers, still a fact. Now, anything else they say about what they said is their opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. That's it. You can either agree or disagree. That's fine. But just remember, the fact of they did answer the question, that's the report. It's that simple. It's what you know is fact. This is a can. Like, this is the point. This is like the sort of like how basic and childish Donald Trump kind of is. Like, basically, this is how basic it is. That this is how exactly how he'll give a speech. He'll say something like, this right here, this is a trampoline. And then later that day, someone's gonna ask me why I called a can a trampoline. They're gonna be like, "You fucking idiot! That's not a trampoline. That's a fucking can." And I'm just gonna be like, "Well, I didn't say that. That's fake news. I never said that. What the fuck are you talking about?" That's Trump. That's why, again, nothing can report anything he does, because he didn't fucking do anything. He just sits there and denies everything. You guys get what I'm saying now? It's all a big fucking show. It's just a damn show. Democrats are doing jobs. They went to law school. They were senators and shit. Donald fucking Trump's just a rich guy who went bankrupt 6 times. Debates seem like a way of the past since Trump, especially the way they are done. Ask a very complicated question, give them 1 to 2. It's not a no, they're not asking complicated questions. They're not asking. I don't think the questions are complicated at all. See, that's where I completely disagree. I don't think. See, if you think the questions are too complicated, you need to do more research on politics. That's the point. Not enough people understand politics and government. That is literally the point. They're not complicated questions. They are not. I sat there and reacted to a debate with people. And, I thought it was completely fucking ridiculous. Again, he didn't answer a single question that I could tell. He half answered one question. And it wasn't even an answer. And it wasn't true either. And then all anybody could talk about was how Biden said one thing wrong. He got a number wrong. The funny thing is, Biden was talking about how he lowered the price of insulin. Yeah, how he did something good, and he said the wrong number, but he was only off by like $10 or something like that. And people was like, oh Biden, he's getting old. He said the wrong number. Durka. Meanwhile, Trump didn't fucking do a single thing in office. Biden actually lowered the price of some fucking insulin. Like it just. Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, look it up. Part of the issue is that exactly what you were saying earlier. Folks don't understand that it's the bigger mainstream that you should listen to, because that's why they got where they are. Gotcha, Prey. I'm blocking you just for your stupid name.
Than before.
Not even taking steps, like it just came naturally.
Yeah. Well, then you agree that a lot of the stuff that you've gone most viral for is not a good representation of your views of Christianity.
Yeah, because I like to be like funny and outrageous online.
Hey. Quiet.
Oh, sorry, can't talk.
I wouldn't say that it's a bad view of Christianity.
What? Really? Show me when Jesus was talking about putting people back in the closet.
That was so funny. Oh my god, he let him have it, didn't he? I actually like his response here because this is what I have to remind people of. Yeah, nobody was talking about that type of stuff back then. Nobody. So that's the point, like, it wasn't talked about, it wasn't an issue, it wasn't a thing, so that's it. Yeah. So like, obviously now, since it's a thing, obviously now, yeah, it becomes a subject. So the point is, like, no. Like, the fact that folks can sit here and read their Bibles and learn about Jesus so much and how he lived, but then get it so wrong, it's unbelievable.
Why would Jesus put people... Were there even closets at the time?
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
There. Oh, yeah, so...
Were
and
there
was the
even
saying of,
closets, he
Get back
says.
into the closet. Like, this is the thing,
No.
bro. You're...
He has to make a joke about gay people? What the He has to make a joke about gay people while... Like, what the hell?
Artistically analyzing this, like, where did Jesus say? In
Obvious.
Talk about the verse.
Whoa, these people are fucked up, man. He literally just said that he's autistically... What? Yeah, autistically analyzing it.
It's about shame.
In Matthew 14, Jesus says, hey, homo, get back in the closet. Never happened.
No, I'm saying look at the principle. Have you actually read the Bible?
Yes.
Like 7 times.
Okay, so
Like 7 times.
you know that every Jesus-related story was not him convincing people to follow God by spitting on them or hating them. It was actually him going to those who were the outcasts
you're
of
so
the time.
wrong.
It was him going to the
So, he's right. Luke is right. This guy's wrong. Yeah. When people had a problem, and everybody would, like, outcast them, spit on them, be nasty to them, Jesus would say, no, love your enemy. It's literally right there in the Bible. Love your enemy. So, like, this guy's literally just trying to create enemies out of thin air. So the Bible literally teaches you not to do that, and he can't remember this particular lesson? He has to make one up about people being in a closet? He's this scared of gay people? He's homophobic. Yeah, he's just afraid of it. He can't wear his big boy pants. Like, this is pathetic, man. And he's actually trying to use the Bible in justification. No, Jesus, like, hugged people and stood up for them. That's how he fucking got crucified, you morons. How the hell do you think he got crucified? Yeah, like, this is the point. He kept sticking up for people everybody else hated. So he's cast out. That's the fucking point. It was a servant of humanity. Are you fucking stupid? God.
outcasts of the time and showing the ability to love people through even lifestyles that Christianity would say are wrong.
No, you're wrong, because what does Jesus say in the Bible? He says,
no, you're wrong.
Go and let the dead bury the dead. This man wanted to follow Jesus, and he said, I have to go give a funeral to my father. He just died, and he said, no, let the dead bury the dead. Come and follow me. He told that.
Doesn't refute what I'm saying. I'm saying don't ignore all the stories of Jesus
this was all love and this was
being
everything.
woke for the time.
Wait, what?
Jesus was the biggest wokester of the time.
No, he was loving. He was
Yeah.
he was a
So
servant.
where's that publicly? Why can't I see y'all talking about the importance of loving? Do you actually believe this election would be so much better if women couldn't vote?
I think every election.
Or is that joke?
No, women should not be voting.
Even women in the 1920s largely didn't want.
When you look at the
to
women's
vote.
suffrage movement and what they did, there were two sides. Women were advocating for women.
Are you really gonna say that in my chat? After these two racist, sexist, disgusting people are sitting here talking about how women shouldn't vote? Are you really gonna say that in my chat? Fuck out of here. And we're proving how racist and disgusting and terrible this type of thinking is. The point is, it's the way people are justified in acting because of how he is. That's it. Over 700 people were arrested, and some sort of charge was brought on them for literally storming the Capitol, destroying things, and trying to kill people. And they did. They chanted Mike Pence's name, they chanted Nancy Pelosi's name. They tried to kill people based on the fact that Trump lied and said the election was rigged, and you all just came out and voted proving it's not. You lose any argument against the guy. The point is, it's extraordinarily dangerous to have him, somebody like that, as president, because of what the people that vote for him could do. It's about Nazism. They want a fucking wall. You guys not know anything about German history? Come on.
Women not to get into politics. But see, people.
I'm sure some women were.
No, not some. There were a
People
lot.
like her.
No, there were a lot of people.
Hey, I'm not that old, okay? People like to
But-
talk about my
but-
age online. I'm not that old. Gosh, what a misogynistic thing to say.
Hey,
Ageist.
take it back. Take it back.
I'm sorry.
The use
I
of
was
the
like-
day.
Oh, okay.
The use of the day, I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
but
He looks so uncomfortable.
there were literally women who did not want women to get into politics.
I'm sure.
But-
There are a lot of really
But do you
incorrect women
explore
in
and
the
do you
world.
read about them? Do you read about why? Would you guess as
They
to why?
probably had similar views to y'all.
But guess why they didn't want women to go into
'Cause
politics?
I don't know, the self-hating, something like that.
Self-hating.
Yeah.
No, it's because they love their families. They love having
Oh,
children.
please.
They want to
there
focus.
it is again. Then be with your family. That's your choice. But why do you insist on making other people's choices for
Dude,
them?
do you know that there is a mass?
Freedom, baby.
Do you know that women voting is not freedom, bro?
What?
But by saying women shouldn't vote, and I know this is what you believe.
Wait,
and
is
I
he
don't know
so?
if I would ever
Is
change-
he actually so dumb that he doesn't understand what freedom means? Women voting's not freedom, is what he just said. Look up the definition of the word freedom. Like, is he actually that dumb? That is a freedom. The ability to vote, a woman's ability to vote, that's a freedom. Again, this guy is just, like, proving how fucking stupid he is. Like, not Luke, but the Trump guy.
There were literally women who did not want women to get into politics.
I'm sure.
But-
There are a lot of really
But do you
incorrect women
explore
in
and
the
do you
world.
read about them? Do you read about why? Would you guess as
They
to why?
probably had similar views to y'all.
But guess why they didn't want women to go into
'Cause
politics?
I don't know, the self-hating, something like that.
Self-hating.
Yeah.
No, it's because they love their families. They love having
Oh,
children.
please.
They want to
there
focus.
it is again. Then be with your family. That's your choice. But why do you insist on making other people's choices
Dude,
for them?
do you know that there is a mass
Freedom, baby.
Do you know that women voting is not freedom, bro?
But by saying women shouldn't vote, and I know this is what you believe, and I don't know if I would ever change your view on this, but it's like the biggest, most simple way to put men and women on such a different
Exactly.
Value. You're valuing them wildly different,
and it's still equality.
Where in
Yes,
in reality, of course, women who are part of society, who are equal citizens, who are equal people, should be having a say in their democracy.
Democracy is cringe.
It's mob rule. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery. The majority of people in this country used to think slavery.
Trump got the popular vote. It's true. Trump is the democracy king at the moment. So that
All right. So, first of all, the majority of the people in this country did not like slavery. I don't know what the fuck she's trying to say. It was never the case. No. Even people, when slaves were a thing, didn't like the idea. Yeah, like it was a thing. They had to obey it. Yeah, like that's it. Are you fucking stupid?
That's great. But at the end of the day, like if there were a room full of people that thought like me and Isabella, you would hate democracy too, wouldn't you?
There have been majorities, and we worked through our democracy
Yes or no?
to convince people. No, I want to hate democracy.
Really?
That's how things
No.
worked before, and then we used our democracy to make the country better.
Yeah.
What's better?
A bunch of metrics are better off now than probably when y'all loved it. 1800, I don't know, 1700. When did y'all like it? 1950s. Oh, the time to be alive.
Yeah.
He's actually stupid. So a guy that wasn't alive in the 50s, that has no fucking clue about what the 50s were about, what was going on in the 50s, wants to be alive in the 50s. You know, my favorite show of all time, I think people would really benefit from watching. I think more people would be more open-minded, generally speaking, and understand the world if they watched Quantum Leap. I'm not making that up. I know it sounds funny. It's my favorite show ever. I think it would sort of humble you a bit. It's an 80s show about a guy that he's so smart he develops this time traveling device where he can jump into somebody else back in the past. But he gets all excited and tries it too early, so he starts leaping around and he gets caught in it. And so now he's just leaping around basically forever. And he can't really control it. And so he just like leaps into somebody. And every episode there's just like he just like leaps, like this one time he leaped into a boxer in the middle of a match. So he leaps in, and right as he leaps in he gets punched in the face. So like the show's really funny and like really awesome the way it holds its own, and each episode you just want to keep watching it. It's so binge worthy. So binge. It's like the beginning of binge, you know, in my opinion. The episodes where you see him, a white man, leap into a black man during the slavery times, it's paints a picture. So,
come on.
Seriously.
Including like the oppression of black people and stuff?
Oh, segregation's not oppression.
Oh, wow.
Malcolm X the reason why I wore the Malcolm X T-shirt is because Malcolm X wanted black communities.
I know.
Black government, black
Do you know
politics.
whose stance?
That's what he wanted, and
I agree
and
with more, not Malcolm X's.
MLK?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Martin
Or
Luther
a
King.
bunch of the civil rights advocates of the day who understood segregation, the whole separate but equal fallacy, is just that, a fallacy. That's just a way to allow for less resources, less rights to go to certain communities.
But
You first have to isolate them and then you oppress them.
But that's like
That's
very
right.
anti-democracy of you. If black people came together and they had decided that they wanted black communities, they had decided that that's what they wanted.
They didn't, though.
No, whites got together.
And who were they unifying with? There you go.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Americans. And if you have black people who choose to associate with one another, and for example, their whole friend group is black, that's very different than, as
I
you
agree.
mentioned,
I agree.
lawful segregation.
I think lawful segregation.
Or even advocating
They-
segregation.
They do choose to segregate.
Right.
This is something that they choose to do.
As time has gone on, people have been less and less segregated.
There's like
This
segregated
is-
months, Gay
this
Pride
is-
Month,
this is
African
the
American
thing.
Month.
That's
Every-
not
This exact conversation right here is why they do it. This exact fucking conversation. It's uncomfortable. Why the fuck are you gonna sit there and talk about the color of somebody's fucking skin? And act like it's a thing. Or treat it like it's a fucking thing. Why can't you simply act normal? The moment that you have any question that has anything to do with talking about the color of somebody's skin, you are racist. That's it. The moment you start the questions with that, if you didn't, that's the point. You didn't know it. You didn't go there. You were taught. You decided to talk about the person, not their fucking skin. Imagine if you just did this with something else. Imagine if, like, you did this with, like, blue eyes or something like that. Just everybody with blue eyes, like, they're the devil to people and they're outcasts and yada, yada, yada. Imagine if you just did that. So, like, the point is, like, you don't get the point. Because you're fucking white. You weren't oppressed. You don't know how it feels. So shut the fuck up. Stop talking about it. That's it. It's literally all you have to do to stop people from segregating. That's why they segregate. Oh, you know, like, one time you say one thing. Oh, you guys, you know, you like this, don't you? Anytime you say that, then it's that. You've ruined it. That's it. You have now told them that in your mind, they like different things than you because they're black. Or whatever color they are. That you're just assuming that because they're that color, they like those things. Okay, you're white, so therefore you like Trump. I can do it too. Yeah, I mean, like, this is the fucking point.
People tend to get with people who...
Yes.
Wait, what did you just
No,
say?
I'm just saying, like, I disagree with governments like
Education.
segregation.
You don't understand
Education.
even the thing that you're so upset about.
We should stop being afraid to educate kids on the word racism. They should teach it in schools, and it should be a regular thing that people talk about. It shouldn't be a bad word. It shouldn't feel off limits. It should be regularly talked about.
Yeah.
I agree.
Lawful segregation.
I think lawful segregation.
Or even advocating segregation.
They do choose to segregate.
It should be
This
in
is something
children's
that
books.
they choose to
As
do.
time has gone
As
on,
a bad
people have
thing.
been less and less segregated.
There's like
This
segregated
is-
months, Gay
this
Pride
is-
Month,
this is
African
the
American
thing.
Month.
That's not
People tend to get with people who...
Yes.
Wait, what did you just
No,
say?
I'm just saying, like, I disagree with governments like
Pride Month-
segregation.
You don't understand even the thing that you're so upset about. Pride is saying that your straight, you know, more traditional. I don't even like saying that because I feel like that's disrespectful to traditional Christians, but
Being
your
straight?
version of traditional conservatism and Christianity, that, you know, is yours to live, and then other people's lives are ours to live, and that's the beauty of freedom.
So
That's
where's
what
our
Pride's
White
about.
Pride Month? Where's our Christian Pride Month? I mean, I don't even want it. I don't even care. But
She hit the nail on the head. You know, it's kind of funny that she arrived at this conclusion herself, being white. You know who else arrived at this conclusion? Jamie Foxx. Wasn't it Jamie Foxx? Might have even... Actually, I think it was Denzel. Yeah, no, it was Denzel. He arrived at this same conclusion when asked a racist fucking question by a reporter. Right? Wasn't that Denzel? The point is, we didn't fucking ask for a month. I'm sorry, they didn't ask for a fucking month. I was speaking as if I was they. They didn't ask for a fucking month. Just like this lady's saying white people don't need a month either. They didn't fucking ask for one. They just got it. Okay? Stop your racist bullshit. They're already taking out Martin Luther King Day and stuff like that, starting to recognize that this sort of seems a little weird. Okay? Stop it. And like, literally, like, nobody asked for that. It just happens. It's fucking weird. And yeah, that's the point. And everybody's all like, walking up to the first black person they see, hey, it's Black History Month or something like that. Well, you know who the racist is in the room. Because that's the point. They brought it up. Fuck, man. So, like, the point is, the fact that she can separately arrive at this conclusion. Yeah, suddenly people watching this understand racism, right? It's unbelievable. It really is. Like, why is this stuff taught? This lady just arrived at the same conclusion, but for white people. So she can't relate it. She can't see how that's... Well, case in point, of course she can't, because white people weren't oppressed. You get it now?
but like you only see as the supposed oppressed groups.
Right.
And
So whenever, those start because people are saying for too long we've been pushed down, so we're gonna do a month to say that we are proud of who we are. No longer are we gonna be shameful.
it's so
Shame.
gay.
That is literally gay. on
Literally.
Pride Month,
But
yeah.
every month that is also gay. Like not even just Gay Pride Month, like also African
What does that
American.
mean to you?
Just like I'm just like cringe, like, you know.
Gay equals cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're having sex and you can't reproduce. Like, the best part about having sex is reproduction. Seriously. Like, I don't value sex because of an orgasm. I value sex because I know that I am going to reproduce and have another baby.
Maybe the orgasms aren't good enough. Kidding. Sorry.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
Pain. I mean, like, seriously though, like, the best part of it's why as soon as we got together, like, she's off birth control. As soon
We
as
got married, yeah.
as soon as we're together, it's like no birth control, nothing, because I'm not gonna have gay sex.
Oh. Oh my god. I'm so... This fucking guy is so stupid. Look at his hands right now, too. I'm dying here. So, All right, so let's break this down. Let's actually just hear that again.
As soon as we got together, like, she's off birth control. As soon
We
as
got married, yeah.
as soon as we're together, it's like no birth control, nothing, because I'm not gonna have gay sex.
Yeah, so apparently if she has birth control and she's taking birth control to regulate her cycles, like a normal thing that people do, that would be gay sex if he had intercourse with his girlfriend because she's taking birth control. Okay, got it. Okay. Just wanted to clarify that's what he's saying.
And like, gay sex is more than just like another man and a man. It's just like the idea of looking at sex as such a materialistic thing and just like, oh well, like,
I never knew that.
we just have an orgasm and that's fun or whatever. No, like, dude, sex is about having children. It's about having babies. Like, you pump yourself full of birth control and then you have sex with your wife, and like, there's no purpose there except just pleasure. That's the only purpose.
Should people
pleasure.
who are born like infertile?
He literally just said the only purpose is pleasure after saying... This guy just, like, talking, just, like, he just saying random shit. Like, I really think at this point, they are making a brand image to say outrageous bullshit. Do you guys know the, are you guys caught up on The Boys? You guys watch The Boys? Anybody watch The Boys? Alright, spoilers. It's not really that big of a spoiler. There's a lady in The Boys, you know, and she sort of kind of like eventually becomes part of the Seven, right? But she doesn't have any real powers or anything. And like the point was, like, she was all for like you know, sort of like the typical Trump supporter. But then, like, it was kind of, like, obvious, like, later on, you know, you find out that it's kind of, like, just, like, embellished a bit. That like, it's just made up, sort of, to... She's not actually that dumb. She's just sort of kind of doing it to... you know, because people will pay for it and such, and it supports what she wants to do, and yada, yada, yada. So, like, the point is, like... That's what I'm thinking. As at this point, I'm thinking that there's going to be a lot of people out there that recognize that Trump has used people as a brand. He's selling hats. He's selling all these things. Again, the point is, presidents have never done this. Ethically, that's just terrible. Like, you're just taking advantage of desperate people. And they want to put your name on their fucking hat and shit. So, like, the point is, you know, I mean, do I even need to say it at this point? You guys get what I'm saying. Like, I'm done saying the same things. I really am. It should be so obvious. It should be so obvious. It really should. I'm just done. I'm done saying the same things. Look at his face, too. So the point is, all these people are going to come out of nowhere, like these two, right here, that know it's bullshit, that know Trump's bullshit, that know everything that he peddles is bullshit. They don't have any rational reason. The point is, they wear the hat, they support the brand, everybody sees that, so they go support their channel or whatever fucking social media bullshit. The point is, they're using Trump's medium to benefit. They're just going along with it. They don't care. I really do think at this point they're just peddling bullshit for
with
that.
your wife, and like,
Because like this makes no sense.
no purpose there except just pleasure. That's the only purpose.
Should people
pleasure.
who are born like infertile have sex?
Not everybody cares about.
I want to hear what he says to that. I like that question. It's a good question. Way to catch him.
It depends. Listen, I am pro like people committing to celibacy for the rest of their life. I am pro like that. And if that was something that they couldn't have babies, I believe that they should have that choice there.
Well, they have the choice.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, is
so
that what you believe is correct? Infertile people, no sex for you.
I think that it's crazy. Infertile people don't think. I don't see anybody really saying that. Hey, I'm infertile, so I'm going to be celibate for the rest of my life. I'm not going to touch sex. I'm not going to have sex.
You think it's crazy people don't say that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that would be very honorable.
No gay sex with women, guys.
Very true. I agree. What I'm advocating for is for men to take responsibility, specifically with protection and with provision, and she's advocating for women to submit and to serve their husbands, and we're both, that's what we agreed on. Like our vows, it was like, I vow to protect and support, protect and provide and to love you, and she vowed to love me and support me always and to serve me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go saying...
Notice how he adds the serve when it's for him, but he didn't add that for her. I want to hear that again.
To serve their husbands, and we're both, that's what we agreed on. Like our vows, it was like, I vow to protect and support, protect and provide and to love you. And
protect, provide, and to love you on her side.
She vowed to love me and support me always.
Love and support.
And to serve me.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go say...
Yeah, and then for her side, it's serve. So he doesn't serve her, but she must serve him. Yeah. You guys see? And remember earlier they said that women don't have the right to vote. That's what they tried to say.
Saying, we need to figure out how to prevent couples like this. Instead, I'll just say people have the freedom to live the way they want to. And that's my point about this sort of one-way street.
Yeah, but it's kind of like lukewarm.
Yeah, you're just giving a softer delivery, but you're still letting the public know your stance, what you think is better.
I think equality is better for sure.
We take a more harsh...
Your view of equality is just, it's...
What do you think equality is?
Listen, are men and women equal?
Yes.
In what way?
They're equal people, individuals, and they have the same individual rights.
Okay, so basically they're equal because the government says they're equal?
Because people through our democracy have made the government say they're equal.
So the government basically gets to say that these people are equal because we give them rights.
Because people
our rights
set
are
up an
from God,
institution,
not from the government.
And then if you stop engaging with our government, you very quickly have a world you don't love.
Men and women were created equal. It wasn't that like our God-given rights were like for equality for men and women. That wasn't the point. Equality implies the same.
The same rights, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, look up what equality is. Or being...
He literally just says equality provides the same, and then he goes, yeah, the same rights. And he goes, no. This guy is literally fucking stupid. Again, he's complete nonsense. He's just talking out his ass. Look how she's eating it up, too.
Equal.
Oh, the state of being equal, especially in status, rights, and opportunities.
Look at all more definitions.
But
just click on it.
Maybe it further vindicates you.
It further vindicates him.
Symbolic expression of the fact that two quantities are equal in equation. That's obviously not helpful. That's math.
You're big on welfare and things like that.
Programs that are effective to help people. Yeah.
And you think that those are effective programs?
Like Social Security, cutting senior poverty by gargantuous
sure,
margins.
But like
and
the
the enhanced
The government
child tax
taking
credit.
care of women who are pregnant.
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh yeah.
Really? That's very peculiar to me.
Why?
So, she's pregnant, like not right now, but she's pregnant, and now I'm married, man. We're living God-fearing lives. Now I have to go pay the hospital $12,000. So now Brittany over here, Bethany, she decides that she just got knocked up by her boyfriend, and she doesn't like him, so she's going to separate from the family. It was premarital sex. There's no marriage. There's no stability. There's no guarantee that the father is going to be around or try his best to be around. And the government says, man, that sucks. That sucks that your boyfriend bailed on you. We're going to step in and we're going to pay for this. We're going to reward this.
What do you mean? What are they paying for?
It's because she's a single mother. The government.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think, well, Vice President Harris actually ran on a bunch of pro-family policies, like the enhanced child tax credit for people such as yourself.
I don't want tax credits, bro. If there's a woman who is literally getting like everything is getting taken care of by the government for having a baby, but it's through premarital sex.
Without a father in the
Why is that
home.
not for Christian families?
Wait. That's what I'm saying. If you have a family for each of the children that you have as a couple, then you have to pay less taxes.
See, this is the issue. This guy is becoming informed by somebody smarter than him. And he's trying to dodge all these things this guy's informing him about. That's literally what you guys are seeing here. That's what happens to me, too, when I debate people. I end up informing them, and they just look so stupid, they get frustrated. I'd watch these if we could. It gives me a problem when I watch ads like that.
That's not what is happening.
That's what Kamala wanted, but you voted against her. Shame on you.
I couldn't vote in 2020.
Kamala in 2024, this last election, just now.
Oh yeah, no, because she's a liar.
What are you saying? I'm saying let's support families.
No.
No.
And then when people
Family.
Doesn't say how she lies, but even Trump's the biggest liar on the planet. Doesn't say how she lies.
Let's support families. Yes.
Okay.
Man and woman getting married.
Man and man, yeah, like families who
No,
are raising
man
children.
and woman getting married and having babies. That's family. This is not family.
He's
a
talking- yeah.
This is not family. A woman
Okay,
has
if
premarital
a
sex, gets
man-
knocked up
what
on a
about-
one-night stand, and then the government pays for it.
They don't pay for it.
They do.
They give support to people who are
What does giving
coming
support
on hard
mean?
times.
What does give support
If
mean?
you
Paying
say-
for it.
They pay for it.
What's
if
the
you're talking
definition
about-
of giving support here?
Wait,
I need a
but you're
dictionary.
acting like everything's covered and you're living this,
If you're a
is.
single mother, you get free
like
baby care, like
you get
in the hospital,
you get
delivery.
a lot of support because I believe, just like Jesus did, that we should help people who are in tough situations.
Right, but when the government
and often when
incentivizes
someone
bad
is a
be-
single mother trying to raise children, those kids are gonna be malnourished if we don't give them some support.
It's such bullshit. They're not going to be malnourished.
Have you met people?
Have you met
any single
mother
mothers?
was a single mother.
Okay, so
Fucking asshole. What is he gonna let? What does he think that they're just gonna magically have food? There's kids starving all the fucking time. Fuck this guy. Yeah, if you're gonna take the responsibility to vote, I want you to see just how poor some people are. This is what some people don't get. They've always had their fucking credit cards. They've always had their fucking pensions and bullshit like that. And they live in their fucking higher middle class life. Things just happen for them, and they never had the struggle. They never know what it's like. They literally have no fucking clue what it's like when you got nothing in the fridge except an apple and $8 in your bank account and a quarter tank of gas. Fuck that guy. Not Luke. This guy. Fuck this guy. Actually trying to say that they won't be malnourished. Fuck this guy. They are. He's No. Mm-mm. This guy's dangerous. Yeah, that type of talking is dangerous. Yeah, I believe he would make up some fucking lie bullshit. Like, the fact that he's making up some lie about kids not being hungry, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Who are in tough situations.
Right, but when the government
and often when
incentivizes
someone
bad
is a single mother trying to raise children, those kids are gonna be malnourished if we don't give them some support.
It's such bullshit. They're not going to be malnourished.
Have you met people?
Have you met
any single
mother
mothers?
was a single mother.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe she
so
was, like, really
therefore-
successful or something.
No.
Then how did she
What a
support?
fucking asshole.
Yeah, she has
got
boobs.
support.
She has boobs, and she eats, and then you get breast milk right there.
So kids
Dude,
only live
malnourished.
Kids
What?
only wait. That was the most psychotic thing I've ever heard.
It
What,
really
are you still
was.
sucking on her?
It really was. It
I'm
really
saying it.
was.
That's-
Where's
The
the video
fact
of you
that that was his answer. Like, the fact that that was his answer. That's how he answered it. He grew up with a single mom, so he knows. And then, how did she do it if she has boobs? The fuck? What is wrong with this fucking guy?
Her breast milk. Get that one up.
He did.
Wait,
Jamie,
first of
pull that
all-
one up.
First of all, you have to. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You have to be nourished as a mother to give good nourishment to your baby. And
Yep.
then the babies grow out of the sucking phase.
Yeah.
And then you still have to feed
And then they
them.
eat food. Yeah.
Yeah. So then that's what
Are we acting like people are
Oh.
not getting food?
a lot of people. A large percentage of the U.S. population is food insecure. Yeah. Meaning they get some food, but not enough.
He is a Trump supporter, though. He is an active Trump supporter that voted for Trump, and so did she.
Enough to have a healthy, nutritious diet, because most of them are in poor environments.
And so did the lady outside of the convention that thinks that Democrats control hurricanes. And so did the 700 plus people that were arrested and charged for storming the Capitol, destroying shit, killing police officers, chanting Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi's name like they were gonna kill them too, all while the Democrats and people in the government were just there trying to do their jobs and count votes. And all those people just proved, and again, they were only there because Trump lied, saying it was rigged when it wasn't. All those people just proved he was lying. That they did that for no fucking reason, killed people for no fucking reason, because this guy lied to them and they just voted for him again. So again, there's zero fucking argument. I realize this dude is a dumbass, but there's zero fucking argument.
Environments.
Really, in America? I
In
see
America.
a lot of fat people. I don't know.
In America.
Very interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
the-
curious what these communities are.
I think the point that he's
All
trying.
sorts of communities.
I'm saying where they are. Like,
It's worse in red states, because red states, by almost every metric, are worse.
Really?
Like
but at least they're gonna go to heaven.
What about the cities? What about the liberal cities? All the
Health
homelessness,
outcomes.
LA. Like, come on.
yeah, so red states have disproportionately worse violent crime, worse poverty, etc., worse infrastructure, worse.
A police officer was trampled to death. You're an asshole. Go look shit up. I'm done. I'm done with it. He wasn't killed there. He died later. Because he was in the hospital. He died of injuries because he was fucking trampled. The fuck out of my chat. Stop spreading your bullshit. You're literally trying to justify this? Actually, this actual dude said is trying to justify it, and literally by saying no police were killed. What are you talking about? The only person that was killed. The only person that was killed. So again, somebody was killed. Over 700 fucking people stormed the Capitol because Donald Trump brainwashed you into thinking that the election was rigged. Shut the fuck up. You're stupid. That's literally zero argument. Literally none. You have none. What's the argument for that? You were brainwashed by Donald Trump into storming the Capitol, killing some people, destroying shit, illegal shit. Over 700 people were charged for crimes. Because Donald Trump literally took out ads. Stop the steal. He lied to you. And then when he called it off, y'all went home. So stop trying to fucking pretend like you're not fucking Nazis.
Course, education.
I would say the cities probably have.
No, this is
You're just looking at
debatable,
states?
but-
Okay.
Well, because state governments structurally, systemically have a lot more say.
I think the point that we're trying to make is that when the government incentivizes
y'all know
bad
there's
behavior,
like really poor rural red areas, right? Where they're
Anybody that wants a wall on the Texas of Mexico, you're literally a racist. There's no reason for a wall. Sit here and talk smart answers all fucking day of things that you could do to prevent actual illegals from coming across. But you're literally so fucking dumb that none of that's going to matter. You're just going to be like, wall. Because you're racist. Remember German history. Remember the Berlin Wall. Yeah, remember all this shit that happened before in other countries. And you're all literally just doing it again. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Here's how I know these people are stupid. Are you seeing this? This person actually said 11 million illegal immigrants in the last 4 years. What makes them illegal in your mind? That they're Mexican? Are you dumb? Do you not understand how the system works? Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I know you're fucking stupid. Because Donald Trump literally got all of you to start caring about these things. Because you're racist. There was no crisis at the border. Donald Trump caused it. A bunch of people weren't crossing. The moment Donald Trump said there was a border crisis, a shitload of Mexicans then decided to try to crossing. So therefore, Donald Trump caused it. By saying it. Because again, the Mexicans don't know shit. They don't know anything about our politics and about how stuff works. The moment they hear there's a bunch of them trying to cross and there's a border crisis, they're all gonna start trying to fucking cross. So Donald Trump caused a border crisis, you fucking morons. Stop pretending like you know anything about this. You started paying attention never. Racist. What the fuck does a wall do? Make it easier to put a ladder up? Idiots. Fucking morons.
food insecure.
course.
Yeah.
Okay. So if a mother, if the husband, for example, runs off, let's say it's a happy couple, and all of a sudden the husband runs off, and then this wife who was living the lifestyle you wanted her to live, so she's not trained on anything, she can't go get a job easily, she needs to.
If I got news for you, if Biden offered to put a wall up, if any Democrat offered to put a fucking wall on the border of Mexico and Texas, I ain't voting for that asshole. It's that simple. I mean, like, all these people that sit here and say that the Democrats want to do this and that and the other thing too. Again, why the fuck are you saying this? At what point in time did a Democrat do this or that to make you say this? You're literally just making it up.
Or say.
I think the point that we're trying to make is that when the government incentivizes
Wait, y'all know
bad
there's
behavior,
like really poor rural red areas, right, where they're food insecure.
course.
Yeah.
Okay. So if a mother, if the husband, for example, runs off, let's say it's a happy couple, and all of a sudden the husband runs off, and then this wife who was living the lifestyle you wanted her to live, so she's not trained on anything, she can't go get a job easily, she needs to raise the kids, is all of a sudden trying to figure out how to get a really low wage job because she's a single mother now, or her husband dies.
Okay.
she should join a church community and get
And-
help there.
Okay, or the community, like our governments, could step in and support. But we should also be supporting families where people are together, which is a big part of what Vice President Harris proposed, which I probably didn't even know, which is why I call people who vote for Trump so often misinformed.
Just a nice way of saying stupid.
No, not stupid. I think you could be really smart and then just not take the time to go inform yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah. From being ignorant or stupid.
Well, y'all are definitely ignorant. Definitely, really.
All right.
No, this guy's fucking stupid. He called it. Yeah, he's fucking
It's an
stupid.
issue with hunger in this.
I mean, again, this is the same guy that sat here and basically admitted to being a racist. He admitted that women shouldn't have the right to vote. He says these things. He admits that he thinks less of his girlfriend than himself. She should serve him. He admits to this. This is how this guy views himself. A narcissist. Sound familiar? Sound like Trump?
This country compared to other countries, right? You'd agree?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
and you're saying it's because of socialism programs,
Sure.
and I would agree with you.
And so I'm asking, when you talk about these different issues, I agree we could tweak and make changes to welfare to make it as ideal as possible. One of them is more universal programs. I'm asking what your prescription is then. Do you rip them away, the programs altogether, and then you're just like, I don't know, if you can't eat, you can't eat?
No, it's not really about if you can't eat, you can't eat. It's about you removing and not incentivizing bad behavior and saying, hey, you are going to have a tough life because you decided that you were just going to have sex and you didn't really understand the responsibilities of it. And we're not
Wow. Wow.
going to come bail you out. You
what
know
about
what?
the children? Even if you feel that way,
Right, like, so that's the point. I was hoping he would get to that point. What this asshole isn't figuring into that is that now you're talking about an innocent person and it's a child. Like, that's the point. The point is it's about them. It's not about... What? It's not about helping the adult. It's literally... The point is that the kid shouldn't have to suffer through that. Fucking idiot.
why
Yeah,
are we
but what
punishing
they
the
gonna do?
children?
It's a survival instinct. What are they going to do? They're going to
Okay.
get in touch with their community. They're
Yeah.
going to get in touch with their neighbors. Bro, we have no sense of
And
community.
that's why there's no starving in the countries I just referred
we
to
have
that
we
don't
have
have the
no
programs
sense.
we have.
We have no sense
there
of
is.
community. We have no sense
course.
of community.
I
How many
agree
people
we
knocked
should.
on your door for Halloween?
I agree we should. I live in an apartment, but
People just don't go outside. Like, they don't know their neighbors.
I agree.
You used to go and knock on your neighbor's door and say, hey, you have some brown sugar?
I want more community. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But the
That has nothing to do with any of that. What he's talking about died because of the internet. Okay, so I don't know how old these people are. They look a good bit younger than me. I'm going to explain this to everybody out there that doesn't understand why nostalgia is what it is and why we can't get it back and why everything was so great and now it sucks. Because everybody's too fucking lazy to focus on one thing and finish it. Everybody once is thinking too much about the next fucking thing and not focusing on this fucking thing. That's it. It's that simple. The world's moving too fast. Why? Oh, come to the house to borrow. I don't know why you said brown sugar, but you said brown sugar, right? That seems weird, but yeah, all right, a cup of sugar or flour, whatever. The point is, nobody does that anymore because they fucking text. They can get their Tesla to drive to the fucking mall for them. They ain't gonna... What? No. It's just not how it works anymore. Everybody's an introvert. Everybody hates everybody. Nobody wants to hear anybody else's opinion. Everybody's a critic, and it's all social media's fault. It's literally that. So, just to all of you out there, the more time you spend on social media and the internet, the dumber you get. That's what you get with this. Misinformed. You are informed via fucking memes. You don't even read news articles. You read the fucking headline, and the headline's literally the opposite of what the article says half the time. So it's actually true sometimes. So, the point is, the entire new generation is coming up is ruined by how fast and visual everything is. That's it. Every single person on the planet has ADD and anxiety because they don't understand anything and their brain can't focus on anything for more than fucking 2 seconds. Literally 2 seconds. Not even joking you, literally 2 seconds.
The answer's not always the government. It doesn't always have to be the government. It can be going to the community. We're not going to solve
the reason why we even created the programs that feed people like SNAP, the food stamps, is because before, clearly we didn't solve the issue with community. So we're going to have programs to provide a basic standard of living for people. And then I agree we should work to strengthen communities.
See, the thing is, I'm going to be honest, I don't know how we were necessarily right before we got all these programs. I would like to see that and then come back to you because I'm not, it's kind of, I should just take your word for it that things were so much worse before SNAP and welfare?
As we've solved poverty, not completely, but as we've minimized it, as we've implemented some of these programs, our country just keeps becoming more capitalistically dominant still, even with the socialism.
Yeah, he's
really,
right.
because when there's a cap to how much money you can get from the government, you actually don't want to make more. So it actually incentivizes people to stay underneath this tax bracket.
Cap? What cap?
That is a thing
Just
where
when you get taxed more? Yeah, people are going to find ways always.
We're talking about wealth.
So, you know how I know she's wrong? That little thing that everybody thought Donald Trump made zero. Yeah, inflation. That's why inflation happens. And you all want capitalism and shit. Okay. And that's fine. That's how you stay ahead. But this is the point. She is so fucking clueless.
Abolish taxes.
Anyways.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the... Why did you vote for Trump?
It was really tough, but I'm just trusting the people that I'm connected with. I feel like I could have some representation through connections that I have in the White House. Maybe we'll see. And so I'm trusting who he's putting in the cabinet. We're gonna see. It's better than Kamala.
Yeah.
I feel way more represented with the community that I've built with a Republican president than I ever would with a Democrat president.
Trump wasn't even strong enough on abortion that we would like. That's why we were kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I didn't vote because women shouldn't vote, but...
And with that, that was interesting. We spent a lot more time on that than I had originally planned. Wow. How enlightening. How enlightening. That was a good video. Whew. I don't even know what to say now that we're done. I just we've already said it all. Yeah, they're nuts. These people are nuts, man. So I don't know what else to say about it. I was actually planning on just doing a stream too, but I don't know now, guys. Like, we were talking a little bit longer than I expected. Let me just see here. Hold on. Yeah, that's that was interesting, wasn't it? That was definitely interesting. Yeah, we got the hate train in here. So, you know, you guys know how, like, people come in to literally dislike my stream? And we get all kinds of hate. And you guys know how I said more people watch this stream that hate it than like it? You guys remember that? Remember how I said YouTube promotes things, too, that are, like, hateful more so? And then positive and stuff like that? For the very first time ever on this channel, for the very first time ever on this channel, we are up over 1,000 views on a live stream. I'm not making that up. There are in the teens of concurrence in here. And all this from the hate train. Now you know why Stephen Colbert does it. So, there it is. Did you just see, like, did you guys just see that jump? That's crazy. There it is. There's your proof. So basically what you guys are telling me is that pretty much every day I should be on here hating on Trump. Because we get views. So can we, anybody that actually liked the stream, can you guys throw some likes on for me? Anybody that's watching, please like the stream. We have 4 likes, but a lot of the hate train is in here. And they're going through my other streams too. They're hitting that dislike button on other stuff. I just saw it all. So if you guys could help me out, I'd appreciate it. Because again, I'm just in here giving my opinions, and a lot of them are just based on fact, how I see it, how I've been following it. Just trying to help you guys understand. This is the first time we've seen anything positive from this. Normally I get hate. I get no views. They de-escalate my stream. I'll bet this is why. Because they didn't want me to make views off this stuff. Look at how many people are in here. This is crazy. I don't know that I'm ready to end the stream. Yeah, there's a lot of folks in here. So again, anybody that's in here that thinks that I implicitly like hate Trump or anything like that, I actually don't have hate for him. I'm not actually like that. I don't want him for president. That's all. I'm actually one of the ones that, like, when the assassination attempt happened and other people were saying other terrible things about it and stuff like that, I was trying to remind everybody to be respectful, condemn that sort of thing. Regardless of how you feel about him, that's unacceptable. You never, ever, ever take it that far. That's... no. And so I just want to remind you guys, I don't hate at all. Again, it's literally just about me feeling very strongly about him being president. That's all. That's it. And again, when he won, I want to remind you guys, what I said was, we'll accept the win. He won. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to sit here and talk about the election because he won it. I can complain all I want. Yeah. But, like, that's the point. It's just complaints. It's just me trying to remind you guys to pay attention, why you should pay attention while he's in office and stuff like that. Please, don't lose focus, because I feel like a lot of you didn't pay attention the first time. If you voted for him this time, I really feel like a lot of you didn't pay attention, because I don't think you would have. I really don't. Really, really don't. And I think a lot of you kind of feel the same way. Kind of almost like you thought he wasn't going to win. You kind of came out voting like a shitload, thinking they were going to just pick Kamala because you really did think it was rigged. I think there's a lot of people like that. So, please remember, he did brainwash you into thinking it was rigged. Just please remember that. It's not fake. He really did do that to you. It really very much is like he wants to make a North Korea. It's kind of what it seems like. You don't want that. Nope. You don't want that. I want you guys to go watch a YouTube video on one of the people that was in North Korea that happened to sneak footage out and repost it. Please go watch that and see how a communist country is, a dictatorship actually is, and what it would be like if somebody was allowed to just decide everything for you. Again, they would lie to you about regular things. I mean, these folks that live in this country, in North Korea, the point is they actually think that, like, their country is, like, holding everything together and shit like that. And yet, they're, again, like, no, actually, that's the United States has kind of been holding everything together. I mean, let's be honest. North Korea, like, that's the point. They literally just are a small blip. It's just because of their military. That's it. And, you know what I mean? Case in point, that's nothing compared to the U.S. And so, like, what you have to realize is they're lied to all the time. They're basically on 1990s technology. They're on 1990s tech. They're literally lied to. Some of these guys, like, the point is they only lived in Pyongyang. They don't even know how bad other people have it in their country. They're lied to about other people in their country. They're living in poverty in shacks. Yeah, like their country is in poverty. They're lied to. They're told they have to listen to this guy. They're forced into the military for like 10, 15 years of their lives or something like ridiculous like that. They have a grading system on the citizens where you have to be a certain way. Everything's controlled. If you even visit there as a tourist, you have to have a guide to make sure you don't go outside the other areas. And nobody that lives there is allowed to even look at you. They can't look at you. Yeah, go watch those videos. You'll realize how quickly you do not want a fucking dictatorship. An autocracy. You don't know what that is. Yeah, you know the Colosseum? You know Caesar? Yeah, you know the Roman Empire? You remember how that was terrible? Oh, golden age, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, but it was terrible, right? Remember? They literally put people on display in a coliseum to fight to the death for their own fucking amusement. This is what you're talking about. That was the dictatorship of the time. Stop pretending like you like autocracies and dictatorships. It's like... democracy is something where all of the people get a voice. You vote. Hence why Trump won. Y'all proved our democracy works. It might not by the time he's done with it. Just remember what they did. Never before was this allowed, and now, for the first time, going into office now, and the first president, too, that's a convict going into office, and then conveniently the first president ever that going into office, that's right, a president that commits crimes in office isn't responsible for them. Can't be held accountable for them. That's what they just did. They literally just did that. And none of you asked why, and all of you voted him? Obama picked a Supreme Court justice? Merrick Garland? They didn't pick him? They left the seat vacant for the first time in history for just X amount of time so that way, yeah, so that way, when their guy got in office, Trump, he would just pick Brett Kavanaugh. He would just pick their guy. And then they start overturning all kinds of stuff. Oh, right, Roe versus Wade. Oh, right. Women's rights. Oh, right. You remember how Trump said he's an advocate for women's rights? And remember how I said anything Trump says, it's the exact polar opposite? Do I need to keep proving it? The fact that we have this many views now, when we never did before, kind of almost makes me feel like, I don't know, almost like they really did affect the amount of people that would have been informed by what I was saying. It kind of seems that way. Kind of really, really does. I mean, just look at these numbers, man. I mean, I appreciate it. I do. I really, really do. But it kind of seems that way. Or maybe I'm getting rated. Not even know. If you're rating me, thank you. But, like, please, like, I wish you would have said something. part of the reason, I want you guys to understand something. I don't try to implicitly block people. What you have to realize, though, is that this is kind of what I get with typically with Trump voters, is when I don't block them, typically it starts getting pretty outrageous, and they start kind of saying outlandish. They sort of kind of have enough and hit a breaking point and sort of kind of get worse with it. So, like, that's why, like, they just sort of start with that. I've never even seen them before. They just kind of start a certain way. I'm just like, you're out of here. I don't really care to give you more of an outlet than that. Again, I really don't think all Trump voters are fucking stupid. I really don't. It is hard to not feel that way at times, though, because of just how much you would have to be in denial to not accept that he is not a good candidate. Like, just the sheer amount of things. I could probably sit here for 8 hours and not run out of stuff to talk about that I could actually use against him. 8 hours, and probably not repeat things. Not making that up. And some of you that have been watching for a while probably know this too, because you've heard me rant for like 6.5 hours about Trump. I really have done that before. I really, really have done that before. And valid stuff. Valid. It's about the ethics of the situation. And when you're talking about that, like, it's just so easy to find stuff. It really is. That's the issue. The issue is when it's the ethics of the situation, it's very easy to sit here and just, oh, wow, you actually said that. Oh, wow. Interesting. So that's the point. Like, nobody seems to discredit them for the ethics anymore, except when it comes to the Democrat. Then suddenly they're like, oh, ethics. So. That's kind of how I feel. So, again, I don't think they're all implicitly stupid or anything like that. I just, there's a lot that, to me, they certainly come off that way. That's all. You have to stop being so afraid of a word. This is not an insult. I know that normally people use it as that, but stop being afraid of a word. It's just a word. I call myself stupid all the time. Like, I'm stupid or something like I'll do something dumb in a game or something like that. You guys have heard me do it. So just admit, like, when you're being stupid about something. I feel like you were all being stupid about Trump for the past, like, I don't know, 10 years or so. So just stop. That's all. That's it. I remember one guy, stupid is different than ignorant. Explain. Well, ignorance is lack of knowledge. I'm using stupid not in a literal sense. I'm using it in just you're just literally lack of knowledge. You're stupid. So yeah, I'm actually using it in the same sense. Obviously. So yeah, I'm obviously using it in the same sense. But the point is, I am using it in a way that is to make people feel like, why does he call me that? Because the point is, I want you to question your intellectual integrity. I really do. I want you to question whether you're stupid or not. Because I would. There's no rational reason for it. You are devoid of logic. As all day long, I can't come up with a single reason to vote for him. And yet all these people vote for him. And again, the reason they give isn't a reason. It's made up. The thing they say that he's going to do is not something he's going to do. And it isn't something he did. So, like, that's why. Stupid is the refusal of information. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would agree with that. And in my opinion, that's what every Trump voter is. They are refusing accurate information. They are refusing facts. I mean, they're the ones that came up with alternative facts. There is no alternative to a fact. It's just a fact. Yeah, I try not to as well. But you know, we were reacting to the video, and we had a couple of very, very stupid people that were being interviewed that liked Trump, so we had to talk about that. I appreciate that. That's actually a really good distinguished difference between the two. Ignorance is lack of information, already there, already the lack of information, and then stupid is somebody's refusal of new information, of just information in general. I like that. I like it. Thank you. For the people that can't look things up and don't know what stupid is. Again, it's not something I mean derogatory. There you go. You are just simply refusing information that I've given you a fucking shitload of times. The unfortunate thing is you have to worry about him taking it from you now because you all voted for him. What's up? Sounds good. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, well, as much as I don't want to end it, we're having a good night. It's about time. I was going to do a normal stream. There's a lot of folks in here though for the stream. I mean, I could play something for like an hour maybe, but that's not gonna be on here. I would separate it. I wouldn't do it on this one. But if everybody's still here, stands to reason people are looking for content. Maybe not though. I'll think about it. What are you guys looking for? I mean, you know what? I kind of want to play Halls of Torment again. I loved that game. Yeah, I was loving that game. Loved it. Great game. Yeah. We haven't played it that much yet. I just like sort of started it. Really fun. Pretty relaxing too. Pretty chill. Why do we love to hate? Such depravity in humanity's common. Why do we love to hate? It's insanity now embedded in our hearts. Good song. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it. The question is, do I feel like doing another stream or not? I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't want to leave you hanging. I don't want to commit to anything either. If you see me on, you'll see me on. Sorry. I don't want to commit to anything. I appreciate it though, guys. Thank you all so much. This was really nice for you guys to support, even if it was just to watch me talk negative about Trump. I do still appreciate you watching everything. Thank you. I'm gonna give it a refresh. Yeah, I mean, it's accurate. Nothing changed. Alright. Well, thank you guys again. I do really appreciate this turnout. It was really nice of you guys to watch. And thank you all for coming in chat. Anybody that was brave enough to say something and say something with respect, thank you. I appreciate those that did. I appreciate Riptoot, thank you. You were respectful in chat. We were able to talk. So thank you for being respectful. Even though you obviously go the other way. So I appreciate that. And as I've always said before, remember, I like John McCain. I like some Republicans. Mitch McConnell is the devil. Never trust that guy. That guy is what's reaming you of your wallets. Yeah, Mitch McConnell. Remember that name. He's terrible. Okay? That's the guy. That's the guy. Y'all think you hate the Democrats and you think it's Nancy Pelosi? No. The guy that you hate, the person that you hate, direct your hate at Mitch McConnell. It's not Nancy Pelosi. Everything Mitch McConnell got up to, she took the heat because she had to do it. She did his job because he wouldn't. Remember that. Again, I don't hate Republicans. I actually like the Republican Party and like conservatism. Yeah, I support those things. Donald Trump does not. And the current Republican stance in Congress does not. A few here and there do. Yeah, the ones that were brave enough to come out against Trump. That's the point. All right. Anyway, I think I drove the point home. Thank you. Thank you a million times. I appreciate the views. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time.